Did you miss me? I should say so. Stick around. Ha 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 ha!
It's astounding.
Time is fleeting. Madness
Takes its toll.
Let's do the time warp again.
Hi there. It's me, WackJob. And this, as always, is my mad twatter. And he's still happy as fuck to see you all. So, it's the Wacky Horror Picture Show. Wow. It feels like a long time since I last did one of these. But I am so glad to be back on the show, on the channel that is Random Horror, where I review wacky horror pictures. You know, horror movies that are comedies or parodies, or just plain out just wacky. So, this month I am reviewing Scary Movie 4. The fourth installment in the Scary Movie franchise that parodies a shit ton of movies. This one they primarily parody War of the Worlds, Saw, The Grudge, and The Village, and reference a few others in between. So this one, it is directed by David Zucker, starring Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Craig Berico, Bill Pullman, Anthony Anderson, Carmen Electra, Chris Elliott, Kevin Hart, Clarice Lynchman, Michael Madsen, Dr. Phil, yes, that Dr. Phil, Leslie Nielsen, Shaquare O'Neal or something, and Molly Shannon. So this, I've already said, is the fourth installment of the Scary Movie franchise. So, Cindy, this time she is, getting on with her life, and Charlie Sheen, he's in it briefly, but he dies. And basically, Cindy gets a job looking after this old lady in this cursed house, and she can't fucking communicate with her because she's paralyzed in fear and all that shit. And also, a neighbor, Tom Ryan, who was meant to be Tom Cruise, they're parodying War of the Worlds, and all that shit gets crazy down and everything, and you know where it all happens. And mainly they rip off War of the Worlds. First, one of them pierces a giant iPod, but then it's a tripod and kills people, or just zaps them away naked. And of course, we get the hilarious talents of Leslie Nielsen, and we get Kevin Hart in there with that other guy who was in the last movie with him. And we get Regina Hall as well in this one. And yeah, it's all comedy, and they go on this quest to find the father of the little boy from The Grudge. Yes, Cindy communicates with the boy, and before you know it, he then she then goes on this quest to find his father, who turns out to be that Billy the Puppet from Saw, and they parody Saw in there. Cindy pretty much pulls off the traps and everything quite easily, where it doesn't result in death. The opening scene parodies the first Saw movie, where it's some basketball player and Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil cuts up his wrong foot. Okay, let's get to my likes and dislikes. First of all, the likes. I like this one. It's funny. I mean, I was laughing in hysterics when Leslie Nielsen was naked at the UN and didn't realize he was naked at the UN when he zapped that machine on him and then everyone else. He's a real dumb president. I'm pretty sure he's based on George Bush. Especially how he gets note that aliens are invading. I also liked the whole village segment in the movie when they're taking the piss out of that with Bill Pullman. Of claimed to be the kid's father, but then it turns out he's his stepfather, and Billy the Puppet's his real dad. I also like how the guy Tom Ryan played Tom Cruise's character that's meant to be the War of the Worlds. He was a real dumb fuck, but he was hilariously dumb. I also like Kevin Hart and the other guy. They were good in this with comedic stuff. I love the way they parodied the whole tent scene from Brokeback Mountain. That was hilarious. Singing that Lionel Richie number. I also liked, had some good effects in this for a parody movie. Of course, at this point, the Scary Movie franchise has been, it's quite a popular film series. And this, I would say, was the last good one before we got that god-awful Scary Movie 5. Jesus, what a fucking awful parody movie that is. I may have to do that one, because I've done all the other two. I've done all the other three, I mean. Anyway, yeah, I'd say this was the last good one before it went to shit. But I still thought this was a fun movie. I like Michael Manson's cameo in this. I also like James Earl Jones's cameo in this. And I like the parody of the aliens and everything in this. How it tied in with Saw and all that crap. I also thought the comedic stuff in this was funny. I was in stitches still laughing at it. And I still think it's a fun film to watch to this day. But I have to say that pretty much after this one is where the Scary Movie franchise starts to go down in quality. The fifth movie doesn't even have Anna Faris in it. Okay, so my dislikes. You know what? I can't think of much to dislike about this film. Like I say, it's a funny movie. It has good effects, and it has some good parodies in there. It's like, you know what they're parodying, but hey, it's so fun and it's wacky, as I say on this show. I thought the performances were good, like, Anna Faris still playing Cindy Campbell in this, and she was a lot more grown up, a lot more mature. She didn't have the nephew, and, because he was in military school. I just like the whole crazy slapstick silly humor in this. It was stupid and funny, but in a good way. It wasn't like ridiculously funny like, oh god, this is so wearing thin now. I will admit, some of the cliches in this were starting to get a bit stale, but I still found them entertaining. But they were still stale. So anyway, what am I gonna rate Scary Movie 4? You know what? I'll give it 4 whacks out of 5. I enjoyed this one, and I recommend it if you love the first 3 Scary Movies. Yes. Now, if you excuse me, I have an interrogation to get to, because like I say, whenever I'm not being a mobster or torturing other gangsters or anything, or beating people with my twatter, I usually like to review movies when I'm not being the mafia boss that I am. Well, the mob boss. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this Wacky Horror Picture Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's great to be back on Random Horror. And as I should probably break it to you now, this is the first of my final 5 videos. Yes, I only ever intended on doing 20 episodes of this show, and we're on episode 16. But don't worry, this show is on every other month, so I have we're in March now, so I'll probably be back in May, not June, July, not August, definitely September. We got something planned for that, September, not October, but November. So yes, we got a full year yet before we get to the end of the show, and even then, I'll still find something new to do, cause I ain't leaving this channel. Oh no! I mean, I may be calling it quits with this show, but I still will find a way to come back on here. But hey, we got a full year yet before we get to the end of this. Like I say, we got about, I'm doing up to 20 episodes, so we got 4 more, and that's not until the end of the year. So anyway, yes, I have been WackJob. This has been the Wacky Horror Picture Show. Have you seen Scary Movie 4? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and to share with your friends. I have been WackJob, and this has been the Wacky Horror Picture Show. So, until next time, don't have nightmares, because I'll be waiting for you. Oh yeah. All right then. I'll be seeing ya.